She said to me, I'm not sure you want to see this. It looks like you, but I know that it's not. And that sentence is like burned into my head. Arrived at the gym this one Monday night, very normal. You know, we were in the reception area, we were laughing, we were joking, and what started out as being something quite light-hearted and a laugh, let's follow his Kik username, let's follow this paper trail. That brought up multiple websites that this username was linked to. One particular website was the website where all the images of me were predominantly on. My face had been put on explicit naked women's bodies. The comments that sort of went with these images, men that had said that they would like to gang rape me, what they would like to do to me. Men had sort of like ejaculated over these images. It was like being sat in the gym fully clothed but being undressed digitally, seeing a part of me that felt like I should own it, but it was never mine in the first place, but yet it was there on a screen. I can remember like my hands going cold, my heart started racing, that knot in my stomach, I was physically sick, and this blind sort of panic running through me with, you know, how many people had seen these images, how many had they been saved, how many people had shared them, you know, things like, how do I tell my husband that these images exist? Will he believe that I haven't put those images out there for men to sort of lure over? It was a real sense of my identity being hijacked. It was taken and manipulated for someone's sexual pleasure, and that's a really hard thing to sort of like get your head around and grasp, because I never would have thought he was capable of doing something so degrading and so violating towards someone he was meant to care about. One of the biggest issues that victims of deepfake abuse face is this idea of the fact that it's not real, you know, it's a fantasy, it doesn't exist. You know, it's that dismissive comment of, oh, it's not real, is it? It's just fake, it's not, you know, it didn't really happen. You know, it's not actually you that's naked. The weeks that followed the discovery of the deepfakes, I became a shell. I didn't do my makeup, I didn't do my hair, because in my head, my way of processing was, if I'd never made myself, you know, up each day, that he would have never have looked at me in the first place. I wouldn't have appealed to him, so he wouldn't have wanted to have, you know, had this desire to see what might be underneath my clothes. That stuck with me for quite a few months. The lasting impact, I would say I don't trust people very easily. I'm very aware of who's around me. If someone adds me on like Facebook or Instagram, I'm a bit like, well, who are these? I don't know these people. I definitely panic when I see, if I feel that someone's like staring at me for too long, particularly from the male sex. If, you know, I'm in a restaurant or a pub or something and someone's looking at me for too long, that panic still sort of like builds in me, and I'm like, oh my God, maybe they've seen these images and they're trying to work out, is it me or is it not me? Or so that sort of like hypervigilance is still present in me even now, although it's not as profound as it was at the beginning. But a lot of that comes through counselling. I've done a lot to work on the fact that this is not my shame to carry. Yet at the time, it definitely felt it was dirty, it was seedy. You know, it felt like I should carry the shame for these photos circulating of me in this particular nature. Yeah, I didn't create them, I didn't ask for them to be created, I didn't want them to be created. So that sense of dirtiness has taken a lot to work at to not carry that shame. So to anyone who's found out that there is a deepfake of them circulating, I would urge you to go to the police. It's quite a scary prospect, and you'll fear the fact that it might not be taken seriously or that you might be dismissed. But we can't fight this unless people start standing up and saying this type of abuse is wrong, and that means victims getting behind this campaign and pushing for change and pushing for the police to take action.